All right, morning everybody. How's everybody doing? Good. Today we have the pleasure of Ahmed up here. He's going to be joining us today. Everybody knows Ahmed?
No.
All right. We know him from the loadout. He's always there. I got him here so that we can beat up on him because he grounds our vans.
Yo, for real.
All right, so I want somebody to take him over there to the back. Just kidding.
Are you back?
No.
You look at the bed out my
No. Ahmed is here today because we have been putting forward some of the most important safety metrics that we have been putting out and asking people to adhere to, right? Some of the safety things that we do while we drive our vans, regardless if they have a camera or not, making sure we're not speeding, make sure we are stopping at all stop signs, making sure we have our seatbelts on, making sure we're not following too closely, making sure we're not distracted. Distraction is when you handle your phone while you're driving like this, or you're doing looking this way or looking that way. Those are distractions, right? Stop signs, no more rolling stops, guys. Make sure you make the full stop at every stop sign. One of the other most critical things that has happened in the past, I'd say a few weeks or so, and has caused some accidents, injuries across the network, is vans rolling away, right? You think you put it in park, it's not actually in park, you jump out, you deliver your package, next thing you know the van is rolling down the street. Or it is rolling towards the driver. Or it is rolling towards a kid that happens to be playing in that yard, right? All of these things could be happening, right? What is one of the most important things that you can do to make sure that you reduce the risk of rollaways?
Park, e-brake.
One, what else?
Turn the van on.
Thank you, Heather. That's what I was looking for. Yes.
Turn the steering wheel to the curb.
That's another good thing. Turn the steering wheel to the curb so that it doesn't roll away. One of the most critical things that you guys can do is if you turn the engine off, you know the engine is not going to power it if you accidentally leave it and drive, or the car jumps into drive, or the van jumps into drive, right? Very critical. Absolutely. This is a huge safety requirement. Think about it. It could actually roll over you. One, it could actually roll over some pet or child that's playing in the driveway, in the parking lot, in the yard, or the van could just roll away down the street and hit another park. That has happened. I'm not exaggerating this. The other day, one of our supervisors, Rob, it happened to him. He thought he had it parked. The van rolled away and caused almost like $2,000 worth of damage to the bumper. Right? We don't want to be held liable. Now, thank God it just rolled away and hit a hydrant. It could have hit that person, right? That's a huge liability on all of us. So please, we get daily reports from Amazon telling us who's adhering to these instances where they're supposed to shut the engine off and on. I don't want you to think about the starters. That's on me. If the starters go, I'll take care of it. But for me, it's a lot easier to pay for a $200-300 starter than to pay for an accidental injury to any one of you, even if it's a small finger cut, right? That hurts me. We don't want to do that. So along the same lines, Ahmed, you can come up here and you can tell these people the importance of shutting your engine off.
So first, I want to thank you, all of you, for having me here today. And you guys are really doing an amazing job on everything and every task we ask Moby and the team to do it. You guys doing fantastic job. The last thing was the mentor, and we're now in 90% compliance. Thank you, everyone. So the new thing, as Moby mentioned, for the Rollaway accident, most of it happened when we have the engine on and running. So please just make sure to turn off the engine at every stop. As Moby mentioned, just don't worry about anything, just your safety first, your surrounding safety first too. So if you have any issues for that, just let us know, let Moby know, and we can go from there. So I appreciate everyone hard work here.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you again. So really appreciate Ahmed. So he's running a shift over there right now, but I requested, and he was kind enough to come here and join us. So like I've said in the past, guys, we are a partner with Amazon. We have one customer. Anybody know who that customer is? That warehouse. That's it. He's one of the managers up there. If he tells you certain things, please pay attention to him, right? We don't want to get into arguments with the Amazon staff. If they tell you to park at a certain spot, please do so. If they tell you to turn your engine off, pay attention to that. If they scream and yell, it's not because they want to scream and yell, it's because they want to project their voice. Because that loadout area is very noisy. Don't take it personal. It's about safety. All in, all out, turning your engines off, and doing all of those things, very, very critical. We are killing ourselves with a bunch of violations in Metrodyne this week. We want to make sure that we close this week out on a high. We want everybody to come back with 0 violations today, guys. Can we shoot for that? Sure. Right? I know some of you are not used to driving the vans with the cameras. As I said about 4 or 5 weeks ago, we better get used to it. Those days are gone where people will throw a tantrum. I don't want this. I have that. Sorry, but that's it. And what it does is it helps everybody too, guys. It's about your safety. It's not because I want my numbers to look good. It's because I want each and every one of you to come back and go home to your loved ones, guys, in the most safe possible way. That's it. That's all it's about. So, yeah, you learn, recalibrate your thought process in terms of driving, recalibrate your thought process in terms of stopping at all stop signs, recalibrate your thought process about not looking at your phone while you're driving, getting distracted. It takes only about 1 second to 2 seconds of distraction to get into a very nasty accident. It has happened to me. Thank God it wasn't that bad. All I did was look down, and it was stop and go traffic. I ran into somebody from their back. That person was drinking hot coffee. It spilled all over him. He was kind enough we talked, we shook hands. I paid his dry cleaning bill. There was no damage, but that taught me a lesson. That happened about 10 years ago. I'm not doing that ever again. No phone call, no distraction is worth any form of injury to any one of you guys. Trust me. My phone goes on silent after 10 o'clock. The only people that can call me are the dispatchers, my daughter, and my parents. I have not missed a critical call in 20-some years. Your life and your safety is very important to each and every one of us. Please, and the people that you love at home. We need to absolutely make sure we turn our engines off, we pay attention to our metrics, and we pay attention to all the safety protocols that have been laid out by Amazon. Any questions?
None. Understood.
Right? Huge round of applause to Ahmed again for thanks. We like to thank him for coming.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate it. Took time out. He has a bunch of fires over there, but I told him to stick around because I wanted you guys to hear from him in terms of the criticality of this initiative, right? We're not asking too much. Trust me, guys, if you clock in and it takes you 10 to 15 minutes, half an hour extra worth of payroll on my tab because you were shutting your engine off and on, I'd rather take that versus having an accidental injury, rollaways, damages. That's much easier for me to handle. All right, guys?
Yeah.
So, we promise to come back without any violations today, right? No distractions, no speeding violations, making sure we're paying attention to the delivery notes, delivering according to where we are, right? Right. And closing, one of those things that I've been reiterating completely 100% all over the time. It's about your mind, your thought process. But think about positive things, guys. Positive things will happen. If you wake up and you say it's going to be a shitty day, it's going to be a shitty day. Think about your time in terms of money, right? Think about how much you would have to pay somebody to do the same job if you were doing it. How would you do it? Would you take prolonged breaks? Would you waste your time? No. I can assure you that if any one of you hired somebody to paint a wall in your house, in your kitchen, in your bathroom, in your living room, in your bedroom, you would look at it with a fine-tooth comb. You would look for imperfections. That's the value of your time. That's what it is to me too. That is what it is to this company. When we are performing, we're helping the entire group. When 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 of us do not perform according to the standards, it hurts everybody because that impacts our performance, and that in turn makes us get fewer routes. So you are impacting the food on somebody else's table by not paying attention to some of these simple statistics, guys. So remember that. Time is valuable. Spend it wisely. When you're on the clock, pay attention. That's all we're asking. Be safe out there. And I know we can do it. I have faith in all of you. We have a bunch of people that are starting. I'd like to welcome LaShawn. He's starting out today. Say everybody welcome LaShawn today. And LaShawn is training with Chris. Chris is out there. He's our lead trainer. He said he's going to do a great job training him. Right, Chris?
Yes, I will.
All right. If he doesn't deliver 190 stops next week, then I'm holding you accountable. Right? He better be better than you. Right? That is the sign of a great trainer. If somebody that you train excels. Right? My daughter excels in arguing with me. I don't like it, but I think I trained her well. So it's very disconcerting a lot of times. She can out-argue me now. It's all right. That's good. Kids think they know everything. They don't. But I'm sure those of you who have kids who have the same problems. All right, guys? Again, I really, really appreciate what you guys are doing. You guys are doing an awesome job. We're just not hitting our Netrodyne. I know you can do it, and we're going to do it today. All right, guys? Thank you very much, and thanks to Ahmed for coming in.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.